I feel like I haven't said anything controversial in a long time, and 2024 calls for it. You know, I'm with Kim Kardashian when she told everybody, like, you know, just fucking work. Nobody wants to work anymore. And she got canceled for that. That's how you feel? I feel her, though. Like, work hard. Like, don't complain if things don't work out. What are you doing to make it work out for yourself? Are you doing anything, or are you actively just talking about it?
Hello! Oh my God, we're like freezing. You can see our breath, I'm sure. I know. Marco's building a snowman back there. There's a lot going on right now. It's
frozen
freezing.
in Dulcelandia.
He didn't pay his bill. We didn't pay our Never Too Shy bill. So
because you know we're on vacation and
because you're not subscribing, so we
yeah,
can't get the damn bill.
guys. Do you want Baby G to freeze?
Right.
I don't think you do.
We're wearing hats and gloves and we're freezing.
Subscribe so we can pay the heat bill.
But I feel like it's really on brand for like what's going on in Chicago right now. It's literally like I think 0 degrees right now, but it's been what, -11?
-11.
Yeah. I don't know how is what I'm gonna say. It's been fucking cold.
Yeah.
To the point where like I'm putting blankets like in my doorways because I'm like, like heat, like stay.
Like be gone.
Right. Like cold be gone. It's been freezing.
Shout out to anybody who works outside.
Oh
no matter what. In these conditions, you guys are real superheroes.
I think about you guys a lot.
We appreciate you guys.
Yes,
Shout
true
out
heroes.
to you.
Because it is unbearable. So stay warm, stay safe, please. This is like not even funny. Like it's actually like it's like threatening conditions.
Yes.
It's really bad. But we're back and we're trying to stay warm and hopefully keeping you warm with these episodes. We're going to be talking about a couple things today. We'll be talking about a couple of trends that I personally am not taking into this new year. I feel like I got some backlash for it. So I want to just explain myself, but I would also love to know your guys' opinions. We'll be talking about another trend, which I see a lot on TikTok, that Tati actually has not seen yet, but it's the stay-at-home girlfriend trend. I think it's so interesting. Of course, we'll do all of that. Nestor may or may not appear.
We'll see what happens.
Like, honestly, you may just like see an empty chair, and then you might just see him. Like, that's how we roll around here. We're magic.
That reminds me, you know that movie, like Cinderella story with, what's her real name? Hilary Duff?
Yes.
Where she was like, waiting for you is like raining for rain in this drought or something.
Oh, yes. The end, right?
Raining. So if Nestor shows up, that's like that moment.
It's that moment for us. It's the drought, the rain moment. And when they're like making out in the football game field. Yeah. I love it. So we'll start with our affirmations. I'm Paulina.
I'm Tati.
Producer Marco's here. But you'll never see him.
Never.
You hear him, but you don't see him.
Maybe at 1,000 subscribers, we'll see.
Yeah. He might make a big appearance in that episode if you guys do that for us. Yay! So we'll start with affirmations. Tati, take the room, take the stage.
So my affirmation is, I had it and it's like it's somewhere wherever Nestor is. No, basically I'm gonna keep it really simple. You need rest. If you don't rest, your body's gonna make you rest regardless. Ooh. So I was a little sicky poo. You know, I had the flu. I'm okay now because I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. But that got me out. That I was out. I haven't been that sick in so long, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that this year I am very conscious of like spreading myself too thin and like going out too much. I need to calm down and really like focus on my health because being sick was not fun.
Yeah, it's honestly like, I don't know if it's after COVID now, 2020, but like getting sick now, I feel like it just takes people out.
Yes, I was out in bed sleeping for days.
Yes.
It was terrible. If you know me, you know that's the worst thing you could do for me.
Yeah, that's your downfall.
That's
nothing can take you down but a damn flu.
yeah, literally.
Dude, that's crazy. Well, do you feel better? I hope you do.
I do. I feel so much better. I'm just cold. But that's just because,
we don't have any heat.
We don't have heat. But no, I do. So if I'm sniffling, it's not because I'm sick. It's because we're in our own 20-degree weather right now.
It's 40 degrees, but yes.
40 degrees.
A nice 40 degrees in here.
Crisp.
Sick. Love it. Okay. Well, my affirmation, I'm going to read one from my Instagram story that I posted. I thought it was kind of nice. Well, that's not it. I thought it was kind of nice. Well, not nice, but I thought it was kind of relevant. But it said, best thing I ever did was stop telling people what's going on in my life.
Ooh.
And I like felt that really wholeheartedly. And I don't know. I just feel like you guys know how I get already, right? About like evil eye and like just the feeling of like people just being too involved, and like that's like my downfall because I've always been just too open. I don't know if it's who I am, it's my job, I don't know. So like the other day I was talking to my best friend and he's like a sassy gay, right? He's like the sassiest person ever. And he literally was like, girl, people that you allow into your life, like there's too many. I forgot how he phrased it, but it was like, it made me like stop and think in my tracks. And I was just like, you are correct. You are so right. And then with that being said too, like for me, there was another thing that I saw that people were commenting under that post. I like to read comments. I'm a weirdo. I'll read comments sometimes. And people were like, same. And then some people were writing like, and I just be lying to people. And like,
Ooh.
but like, honestly, like I love fucking with people. That's like my new thing.
No, that's good. Because then it's like, tell everybody a different story.
Yes,
so that when they all come together to talk about you, everybody's
Nothing
confused.
aligns. Dude.
That was the evilest laugh ever.
I love fucking with people, especially when they ask too many questions.
Yeah.
And that's been happening lately, like to the point that like I love fucking with people. Like
that's true.
It's so funny to me. Like not to be mean, but it is funny. Maybe I'm bored. I don't know, but it's so funny. But it's also like kind of like to me, it's kind of like, no, that's what you get. Like you're asking questions that I'm clearly not answering, right? And it's like I'm not answering them. I don't know if you don't know how to read the room or if you're just like if you're just the clown. Like I don't know what this is about.
Yeah.
So that's my new thing is fucking with people.
No, that's a good one.
And I'd be lying.
I don't think I've done that in a long time.
What? Fuck with people?
Yeah. Like just say.
I do it on like a daily
just
basis.
say a story. Just
Yeah, you do.
I don't think I've done that in a long time.
I think, I mean, I've never done it like so plotted like you guys, but I've definitely done it before.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys do it to multiple people, the same thing.
No, I have it in a long time, but I
hasn't.
think at one point I did. You know what? I did more as like a test, just to see like if a certain person would find out for
I
something.
think you said this.
And it's like you tell something to somebody specifically because that's the only person that you know that will possibly tell another person.
Facts.
And if the other person never finds out, then you're like, okay, cool, like we locked in. But if they found out, then I'm like, I know, you ate the bait. I already knew it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Love it. See, good shit. Don't fuck with me.
Period.
We will find out.
Period.
Producer Marco, what's your affirmation today? This beautiful weather.
My affirmation is nobody cares, work harder. So I think,
love that.
I think going along with you said, it's just kind of like I personally hate when people like just big up like the smallest things. It might be big to them, like I understand, but like if to me it's kind of just like, okay, well, like just keep working harder. That's why I never do. Like I never ever big up anything I do publicly. Because to me it's like, all right, nobody's gonna care. Just keep working, work hard.
That kind of falls into mine, like not to like merge them, but it's like, okay, like I say, oh, evil eye, or like I just don't want people to know till like it's happening, or till like I want people to know.
Yeah.
But like I think that's important too. It's at the end of the day, it's like nobody cares.
Yeah,
you
no
just
one
care
cares.
just to say you care. You don't fucking care.
Yeah.
You don't care.
No one
You wasn't
Nobody
with me
cares.
shooting in the gym.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Rick Ross.
I thought that was Drake.
Yeah, it is Drake.
Ross says it.
I don't know.
I think Ross.
I think
they're
they
both on it together.
Oh, okay.
But I think Ross says that line.
Hip
Okay,
hop
you could be
historian.
Rick Ross. I'll be Drake.
Got
There we
you.
go. See, next
Who
is
do you
Lil
wanna
Wayne.
You could be. What? No, we the best.
I'm DJ
Khaled?
Khaled.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love
Appreciate
it.
it.
Well, look at us. We're a crew. We are a crew.
I gave you the tiniest person.
Amazing.
I'm getting delusional.
Hate.
I know you're on meds.
Straight
probably.
hate.
She's losing it. I love it. No, that's true though. Nobody cares. Work harder.
Yeah, no one cares.
line.
Just work harder.
That's like, okay, here we go. I haven't been controversial in a while, and I'm feeling it in my bones a little bit.
Yes.
Sick that they like
I'm
it.
feeling it. I feel like I haven't said anything controversial in a long time, and 2024 calls for it. You know, I'm with Kim Kardashian when
What?
she told everybody, like, you know, just fucking work. Nobody wants to work anymore. And she got canceled for that.
That's how you feel?
I feel her though. Like, work hard. Like, don't complain if things don't work out. What are you doing to make it work out for yourself? Are you doing anything, or are you actively just talking about it? Talking about it and doing something about it are two different things. For example, we're vision board queens, correct?
Queens.
Queens.
But
I read a blog basically about this woman saying she hates vision boards because
yeah, there's a community of those
because
people.
because she feels like, yeah, it's cute, but like realistically,
Yeah.
you have a picture of a wine glass and you're saying you want to become this like wine connoisseur, but like you don't know how to order wine at a restaurant. You just know you want to like be a wine connoisseur, but like where's the action and education behind all your decisions? So in that sense, I agree. But then again, that's not the vision board's fault. Like, girl, do the work. Like, if you want to be a wine connoisseur, part of your goals should be to take classes, do research, travel places where you could see where the wine is made and learn more about it. So I think anybody who goes against vision boards, you need to have a plan, obviously. How do you put that into action? Which I'm going to do a very subtle plug. I work on the board for KR Dance Studio, the dance studio. Duh. And I'm actually hosting a event this Sunday, but I don't know if this is going to be out, but January 21st at KR Dance Studio, we're having like experts in finances, a financial advisor, fitness and health nutritionist, and a travel agent come in for the people who have these like goals of traveling and getting their money together or investing or having a healthier lifestyle. And for me, it's like, okay, these are great goals, but now let's help people put it into action. Because oftentimes people don't know where to start. And so I teamed up with people on her board and we're putting that together this Sunday. So going back to my point, back to the Kim Kardashian thing, like I think it's not enough to say you want something, to say you work hard. Like stop talking about it, do it.
Yeah.
And don't complain if things don't work out, because you know what? Sometimes people have to work really hard for a long time before they get what they want.
Ooh.
And a lot of people think like, I just started working hard, so it should be happening. Something should come into fruition for me soon. And it's it doesn't work like that. So don't complain, boss up, just keep going, like keep your head in the game and don't lose sight of what's important and don't lose yourself throughout that either.
It's the instant gratification that is like what is taking people into that mentality. It's the instant gratification. It's the comparison. Like people will look at Instagram, social media, whatever, and they like love to look and be like, oh, well, this person's doing this and that, whatever. But they don't see, like you said, all the shit that goes behind that.
Yeah.
All the hours, sweat, tears, literally, like all of it. Especially if they are successful. So like, I think a lot of times people forget that so quick.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So Sunday the 21st. Yeah, I saw you were posting that. That seems really, really cool. And I love that you guys are taking that step to help those people who want those things in 2024, which is most of us.
Yes.
Some form of, like financial setup, some form of travel, whatever it might be, right? So I think having a place like that, a space that you guys created where it's like, we're bringing you the people that can literally help you jumpstart that.
Yeah, it's
so
very
cool.
casual. It's like a networking event. We're gonna do like a networking bingo, so everybody gets to like mingle with other people, and then obviously the people who are coming in, the financial advisor, nutritionist, personal trainer, and travel agent, will have time to explain how they could be useful resources. And you never know who you can meet at these events too. You can meet somebody and you're like, oh my God, you own this restaurant. I love this restaurant. Let's da-da-da-da.
That's how I met producer Marco.
Yeah.
We did?
Legit met that way.
I just want to know what it takes to be a financial advisor, because I know too many financial advisors that are renting houses and leasing cars. So
They say nothing's wrong with that though.
depending on your
devil's
situation,
advocate.
but
Well, you should show up, Marco, and find out.
is it on a Sunday? When is it?
It's on Sunday.
Oh, sorry.
Sunday's family
Sunday's
day.
family day.
I mean, it's a family event. Bring the family.
There you go. Bring the family. Everybody
we got to go to Costco with our minivan, all right? Relax.
No. What's my worst nightmare?
It's from 2 to 4.
It's brunch.
That's brunch time.
All
I
right.
love me a brunch.
I love that. I love it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Good stuff.
That was it.
And we're done. Just kidding.
And we're done. Thank you
Yeah.
all for watching.
Bye.
No, definitely gonna try to make it out. I love that.
All right, tell me
So,
about this girlfriend
Yes,
stuff.
we're
I
gonna
need to
talk
know.
about some trends that are in and out for the new year, according to the old TikTok. And the latest that I've been seeing is the stay-at-home girlfriend trend. Okay.
Crazy.
From my understanding, I definitely want to hear your opinions. From my understanding, the stay-at-home girlfriend trend is exactly what it sounds like, where you are staying at home as someone's girlfriend. And I'm going to say girlfriend, not fiance, not wife, not even ex-wife, not even baby mama. Like, you're a girlfriend. I'm just putting out there what I think are the facts. And basically, you receive, I think, a form of allowance or like, I know, right? A form of allowance because you're getting money somehow, but I think the person that's providing for you is doing that. And yeah, like you just stay at home and you're a stay-at-home girlfriend. That's my understanding of it. It's a trend. It's
stay
happening.
at home with them. You live with them.
You live with them, correct? So you're in their house or whatever, or maybe you get a place together. I don't know.
Are you expected to do?
You're their girlfriend. It's not like you're a random person.
But I'm saying, so you're expected to like
Have a
clean-
relationship?
Oh,
yeah.
like clean their no, duh.
I'm assuming.
I'm talking about like
yes.
cleaning their house,
I guess
cooking
based-
for them every day.
I guess
Yeah,
like
of
based
course.
on
so
right?
basically, wife shit.
Wifey stuff.
wife
yeah.
stuff on a girlfriend's salary.
I don't know if that's a girlfriend salary, dog, because
That's a girlfriend's salary.
girlfriend salary, like getting an allowance and a house and everything else.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't know if I would consider that girlfriend salary.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. It's like supposed to be like a girlfriend's salary in terms of like you don't have the status of a wife. And I get it. I'm gonna put this out there because I always do. Not everybody wants to be a wife. Not every couple wants to get married. I respect that and I get it. But I just don't know how I feel about a stay-at-home girlfriend. And the reason I say that is because I don't know if that's safe for a lot of reasons. My thing is like safety, like security wise, but it's like safety as far as like if something was to hit the fan, if shit hit the fan. And I know everyone hates this argument and I'm going to get dragged to hell and back. And I
Do
get
it. Let's do it. We need more controversy.
And maybe
Let's
because
go.
I do feel this too, like at least with a stay-at-home wife / stay-at-home mom, like you're doing your role. I want to say this correctly. You're doing your role and you're doing your part in the marriage, right? Like you have a job. That's your fucking job. That's your full-time job, is being a stay-at-home mother. Like that is a full-time
this
job.
But we're not saying mothers. This is just
No.
wife, girlfriend.
No, this is wife, girlfriend. But what I'm trying to say is, at least with that, it's like that's the agreement you made. That's the job. Like you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. You're managing a lot. Believe me, I understand and respect that. But what I'm trying to say is like I also, maybe it's just me because I live in like a fearful place a lot in my mind. I'm an anxiety queen. Like that's who I am. I still get nervous for stay-at-home moms, wives, girlfriends out. You guys are a whole different fucking playing field because that's like that's
You're
just
on your own.
Yeah, that's some weird dumb shit. We'll get back to that in a second. But what I'm trying to say is like I always get nervous for them because, and I know everybody's like, well, that means you don't trust your man. It's like, no, baby, I trust my man, but it's like I've seen people turn so fucking quick. I've seen a lot of, you know what I mean? I've seen the ugliest sides of people I think I've ever seen. And whether it's me or someone else close to me, whatever. So it's like, to me, I hate that about myself. And I'm trying really hard to work on that of like, I just get scared for these people. And I actually know stay-at-home dads too, to be very fair. But what I'm trying to say is I just get very nervous. I'm like, is there any security? Is there anything? And one more thing I want to say to that too is like, they talk about this on TikTok a lot too. This is like really low. They talk about it on TikTok a lot, but they do say that like when a woman does stay home, like a mother, we're talking mothers and wives now, like we'll get back to the girlfriend in a second. They do say that like you are, what's what I'm looking for? You lose a lot in the work field. Like if you were to stay home, I'm making this up.
Clearly.
Like if you were to stay home
Okay.
and raise your kids, let's say you
Yeah.
have 2 or 3 back-to-back kids, and you were to raise them and stay home, you've lost, I don't know, I'm making this up, 6-7 years in the workforce. When you return, you're significantly lower with everything, rank, pay, everything,
Yeah.
because you've given that chunk. And it's not like you give it up for a bad reason. It's for a
No, right.
wonderful reason. I'm just saying, like, we're so disadvantaged is what I'm trying to say. So to me, I always get so nervous. I'm like, so if you do return to the workforce, like how are you going to keep up with what's the current demand? You get what I'm trying to say? What's like where everybody else is at? Because it's like when you fail a grade or something almost, right? You're held back in a sense. And it's like, I think about that and I get nervous because I'm like, well, that's not fair. We have a fucked up system. We need to work on that, because if you were to return, then it's kind of like, well, how does she catch up to her colleagues, if you will? And you're teaching, maybe it's a little bit different. Maybe you're like set at a salary and everybody has to say, I don't know. But I think it applies more to like corporate America. And they talk about that because like you lose so much, which is going back to my point. If I'm taking 6 years, I'm making this up, 6 years off because I'm staying home with the kids, like hubby's going to compensate me for that or something, because now
you have to be kept.
Thank you.
You have to.
Like there's something there.
There's no way I'm here we go. There's no way I'm staying home raising kids knowing I got a broke boy.
Boom.
But I'm not going to marry a broke boy
What
for
happened
that
to
reason.
love?
Right. Love is love.
Hold on. Let me be clear. I am the number one person to say you cannot survive a marriage off of only love. Sorry.
Absolutely not. You
I'm
cannot.
so sorry. And this is why I am still single. Hello. Okay.
No.
Sorry. Like
No.
if your visions don't align, whether your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever they are,
Yeah.
if they don't align, and that financial aspect is very important, especially if you are set on, for example, I want to have kids, and the minute I have kids, I'm going to stay home and raise them the first 5 years because I don't trust daycare. I don't trust nobody.
Fair.
I want to raise them for 5 years. Now, I know in CPS, I will be able to take a leave of absence and, extend it. And after a certain time, not be paid, but still have your spot secured.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
However, I will never use that and be like, oh, well, I got myself. That's fine. No. Like, we created a baby together. We're in a partnership together.
100%.
I need to know
Yes.
I am safe.
That was what I'm trying to say.
I agree with you.
I just have my own anxiety
I
behind
am
it.
safe to raise my children and have the beautiful option of that. Because that is an option. For some people, it's not an option. It's you get your time off and you get your ass back to work, and that's it. Not everybody has the beautiful option of staying home with their children
100%.
and not having the stress and anxiety of how they're going to make it. There's a difference. You could stay home with your kid but still be stressed and, oh my God, bills this. I don't want that. If I'm staying home with my kid, I want to be kept.
Yeah.
Because guess what?
Yeah.
My kids are going to be in swimming. My kids are going to be in competitive sports. My kids are going to dance. My kids are going to do taekwondo. My kids are going to be little superheroes, okay? And that's not cheap
No.
for all the extra things I want for their overall well-being, emotional, mental, all the things. So from the beginning, that needs to be almost like one of those difficult conversations in the beginning of lifestyles.
Yes. Non-negotiables in a sense.
Non-negotiables.
Right.
And that's something that right now for me, that's I'm bringing that shit up real quick, early on.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Early on.
Just like you bring up anything else in a relationship, I think that's so important.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, you know?
I mean, I'm not saying... See, I guess my bougie... Here we go. See, you guys get me started. I feel like my bougie is a little different. My bougie is not like I want to go to Maple and Ash every Sunday or do the... No, I care less about that stuff.
Right.
My bougie is experiences, but knowing you and I both are smart with our money, so then later we're not cutting corners for those experiences as a family.
Yeah.
And those are things I look at now with people. There's some people who have money and do really well with themselves and they're very frugal.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine.
Right.
But then at some point it's all right, come on, dude. You got all this money. I get it. You like eating ramen every day and Maruchan and
Not
that,
the
but
ramen.
not
I
with
actually do
me.
like eating ramen.
Not with me. No, you're too it's okay to have a little, splurge a little bit here and there.
Sure.
Yeah. And then you have the other ones that they're making a decent amount of money and they spend it recklessly on stuff.
Yeah.
And it's ay, que pendejo. Oh my God.
gotta be in the
Really?
club,
Why is
man.
this important to you? Why are you going to gamble $2,000? That's so stupid to me.
Girl.
So Okay, I'm going on a tangent. Anyway,
No, you're
No,
not.
just
But-
say their name. It's okay.
At them.
no, but I just think it's more like back to this safety concern.
Right.
Whoever your partner is, you have to look at their lifestyle choices too, because then you're embedding yourself into that lifestyle.
100%. You're creating a unit together.
So I'm gonna just say it. This whole stay-at-home girlfriend allowance thing, I'm not with it.
yeah.
I do know some people who are. Like, I think I feel like some of my girls would low-key do it.
Really? I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of women would
I
entertain
feel like
it.
I feel like they would, but like,
Yeah.
but the man has to make like really good money.
Yeah, you're talking like
Like
250,
really good money,
300.
not on some like, oh, I got a 9 to 5. Like, no. You got to make good money. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
I know some friends right now that'll be like, yes, absolutely, daddy. Like,
Yeah, I don't think so. I think a lot of
don't think I
women
could
would
do it.
actually entertain it to see, like, okay, like, well, what's in it kind of thing. I don't know.
I can't do it.
And you know what I think it is too? My therapist and I talk about it. I think it's a control thing.
I was gonna say that.
I
Yes.
cannot be fucking controlled.
No, me
like,
neither.
I can't. Like
No.
my husband told me one time, I forgot what he said, and he's like, "Well, I don't know. I can't control what comes out of your mouth." And I was like, "You finally understand. Like, you finally get it."
Yeah.
I was like, because I do this for a living. I'm like, "You finally get that. You will never control what comes out of this mouth."
Yeah.
So like, I feel like for me, and when we get into fights, I think a lot of it to me goes back to control. Like,
No,
you
I
can't
agree.
control me.
No, I agree. I think like for me too, that's why like I get the whole argument like, wow, you know, you're this strong boss, bitch, independent woman who's gonna be single without kids because you don't
Oh,
let
God.
you don't let a man take care of you. And it's not that. It's just the fact that like the way people say take care of you, for me, it's like a sense of control. Like, what do you want from me that you just wanna like take care of me?
I know.
And I
We
understand.
gotta work on that, you and me.
And I understand like there
Yeah.
are men who just want to be providers. And I do understand that. And
Yeah.
I'm open to that. However, it's the whole like right away, like a girlfriend, like you want me to be at home girlfriend with an allowance? Like that's a little too much that's like too much for me.
Like, I can't go out and what, like, be public? Like,
I don't
be in the
know.
public
Like
eye?
but the fact that like the allowance, like what, you think I can't make my own money?
Well,
Like
you're staying at home. How are you gonna make money?
but that's what I'm saying. Like I don't
okay.
like this idea of like just live with me. Like what I'm doing is not important.
Yeah.
I'm building America's youth, okay? I'm important. They need me out in these streets.
Right.
Like they need me.
Yeah, but do you want to have the freedom of not having to worry about bills? So that's the point of like not necessarily that your work isn't important, but the stress
No,
that
I know.
is,
I just, like-
especially in a job like yours, wouldn't you rather make sure like you can dedicate your time? Maybe you don't have to have a career, but maybe you can have a passion where you can focus on dance or you can focus on that.
No, I love dance, but I love working with the youth. I love doing what I do. So I understand what you're saying, but like,
Right.
of course, would I rather be in a position where if I didn't have to work,
Yeah.
I don't have to? Yeah, of course I would want that. But that's not who I am.
I think that's what it is. I think it's to the core of that's not who we are.
That's just not who I am. I don't
Yeah.
think I could wake up every day genuinely happy knowing like I don't have anything to do. like
I'm the same way.
Like-
do you ever wonder though too? Sorry to cut you off. Like,
No.
if that's like a toxic thing. Like, have we attached ourselves so much to our jobs, our identity, that we like? If you were like to go back tomorrow, it would fucking devastate you. If I was to not be on the radio tomorrow, it would devastate me.
Yeah.
It's such a huge part of who I
For
am.
sure.
I always make sure it's not who I am. Like
Correct.
that's just Paulina the radio girl. No.
but it's a big driving force.
I think so. Especially
is.
when you love what you do. I don't care what anybody says. It's so hard.
And I've known like I've known throughout college I wanted to do this. Like
Yeah.
I want to be a teacher. I want to do this. Like this is something I've always like
Yeah.
said I would do. So like I'm doing it clearly because I love it. And of course there's days where I'm like, ugh, I don't want to go to work. We had a snow day today. I'm like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
But
girl.
like I can't imagine a snow day for 6 years. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I want to go back.
Totally
but
get that.
but I will say, I think as of lately, the last like 2 months or so, I have been thinking more about like, I put a lot of time and a lot of my energy has been on career
Yeah.
and professional goals, which they're still there. Don't get it twisted. But I do want, I know deep down to my core, my own family.
Of course.
I know that. But again, it kind of, you weren't here when Nestor and I had this conversation. It was an episode a long time ago where Nestor kept pushing and pushing and pushing. Like, Tati, just have a baby by yourself. Like, raise a kid by yourself if you really want it. And I'm like, no, like, I'm not going to settle for doing something by myself just because, or I'm not going to settle for just anybody just because. But it is something I do really want, and I do think money and my career and that, it can't help me with what I ultimately want. And I am very much aware of that. I am aware of that.
Listen,
I do know that.
That's why I don't think this like stay-at-home girlfriend trend is something that I can ever get behind.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I want to hear why. I mean, I know why, but why?
I think it's just kind of like you're setting yourself up for failure in the relationship. Because in my personal opinion, like if you don't have like a kid to take care of or anything, then there shouldn't be a reason why you shouldn't have like a passion, right? So being a stay-at-home girlfriend, one, like that just seems like obnoxious. Like you don't have like your own place, like you don't have your own thing, like don't you want your own space? So you have to be in a situation where you've been with someone for so long that you feel comfortable co-sharing a space together.
Right.
Because it's not like you're roommates. You're not living together out of necessity.
Right.
You're living together because you want this person to be over all the time. So you got into a level where you feel like you should be close to this person all the time. So at that point, you just don't want to marry the girl. You just want to live with her and keep on using her.
Good point. I wanted to bring that up. I'm glad you did.
Because
that was a good point.
You don't want to have a long-term partner. You want to have a fling or a girlfriend, but you don't want to have an actual life partner.
Again, on a girlfriend salary. Wife shit on a girlfriend salary.
Yeah, in the sense of
why buy
like,
the cow when you get the milk free?
That's what
correct.
it is. Moo.
So like that point of it's stupid. And then like as a guy, like, you know, my wife, we were together many years. We just had a kid. Like before Madeline was born, the idea was always, okay, initially the idea was, all right, you take leave and then, you know, your mom's going to take care of her and do that. After that, it transformed to, all right, well, you take a year off. You spend 1 year off just like being with Madeline, whatever.
Yeah.
Then it turned into, you're just going to take, when you all go back to school, when you all go back to school, meaning like, let's have all our kids now. And then when the youngest turns 5, you all go back to school. And so it kind of progressed.
You drop them all off at school, they go back. That's so
everyone's off. But
adorable.
That was a conversation. That was an agreement we had. Now, my wife has never needed to work. My wife has never had a necessity to work, but she's always wanted to work because it was a passion of hers and everything else.
Yeah, I was going to say, your wife has a passion for what she does.
Correct.
Yes.
I don't think she sat there and was like, I need to bring this paycheck home. I don't think that's not my concern.
Correct.
I love what I do.
Correct.
And I worked really fucking hard to get there. And I'm sorry, I can't give it up just quite yet.
Yeah, no.
My hot take. But yes, exactly
I
what
agree.
you're saying, though, because that's a huge sacrifice. And I know at the end of the day, like your wife, for example, I'm using her as an example, like she's passionate about what she does.
Yeah, she still hangs out with teachers. Like she still hangs out with
Yeah,
right.
we talk about teaching all the time,
She's
even though it's
still-
different.
like she's still like she's even thinking about going to like work at a daycare nearby just to like take the kids and be around kids because
Oh my
like
God, she's so cute.
she
I know, I
doesn't
love her.
She doesn't want to do it. But like once again, it's a conversation we had where like
But see, it was had the conversation.
yeah, quote unquote, like she had to be kept up, as Tati eloquently put it.
Because she's a boss. She knows.
But-
Period.
You have to do that. You have to let them know.
Lay
But
it
I'm
out on
saying-
the table.
What my point is if you have to kind of have the conversation with a man or with a significant other to be quote unquote kept up, that person isn't ready for you to stay at home. Because
You think so?
yes, because
Wait, what?
yeah, because for me,
I don't think so at all.
absolutely, because for me, before we had the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted her to stay at home and everything else. I never once gave her, this is your budget, you have to be kept up or anything else. I just said, you keep living your life, we're good. And so like that's like if you have to have that conversation of, well, I need to make sure that, you know, these things are met, X, Y, and Z, then that person isn't ready to provide for you to stay at home.
Ooh, hot take. Yeah, I disagree. I've never had that conversation personally because, like I said, I ain't going nowhere. Kiss FM, you just re-signed me for 3 more years. I ain't going nowhere. But I know, right? But I'm like, what was I saying? Yeah, like I feel like you have to because then that's how you're met with resentment because the expectation, what was that quote? Like, assumption,
Yeah.
make an ass out of you and me. Like, no one's being an ass, but like, I'm just saying, like, I'd rather lay it all out and be like, listen, like, this is like what, like, first of all, I'm not
Absolutely.
making this up. This is what my monthly expenses are typically. Like, I don't know, whatever. And I know it's not an issue. We're not doing a budgeting workshop here, but I would just like to, I would just like to like lay it out and be like, I want this, like, like I want to upkeep. I get my nails done every 2 weeks. I don't, but I'm just making this up.
I
Yeah,
don't.
I'm not there no more. But like,
I'm
you
bougie
get
in
what I'm
different
saying?
ways, like I said.
Because
Yeah.
then it's like we don't have that talk. Then like, let's just say like, I'm not saying this is you, but like,
Yeah.
let's just say like you in your head, you're like, okay, I'm gonna give her X amount of dollars, or I'm gonna do this or that. And also too, wouldn't you? You probably assumed it already because she probably does it already, your wife, and most women do. But wouldn't you have that talk too to be like, okay, like I'm gonna be working late hours, which she already knows that, so I'm not surprised. But like to be
didn't
like
change.
kind of like are you okay with like handling dinner and bath, like whatever? Like, don't you think these talks have to be had? Or
No, yeah, those talks absolutely. But I think what I'm trying to say is like,
Yeah.
when you get to the point, especially when it gets to like married and like having a kid, you already know what those expenses are. Like,
Okay, that's fair.
You have a joint bank account. I'm gonna
That's
get my
fair.
nails done. I spend $1,500 on this.
Right,
My
right.
car payment's $600. So the conversation should be, hey, I want to stay at home. And say, okay, we can or we can't. It shouldn't be, hey, I want to stay at home. And
I agree.
All right, you have $1,000
You
budget.
can or
like
can't.
that's
I see.
In that sense, I agree. I agree with you in that sense. But my hot take is like,
the duties and the responsibilities are different. Like, yes.
got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, like if you have to do X, Y, and Z because I do this or whatever it is, yeah. But in everyone's case is different. But when you have kids, really stay at home the first 2-3 years of staying
Yeah.
at home are focused on kids.
yeah.
Facts.
After that, it can be focused on, okay, the kids are doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Then you can get to cleaning, organizing, and everything else.
Yeah, I think like, but for example, like let's say if you were like having that budget conversation or whatever,
Right.
sorry for some of y'all, but like if you're just like having kids and stuff and right away your priority is like I have to get my nails done every two, like
Yeah.
no. Like I think
know.
if I was a
Yeah.
guy and it's like every 2 weeks you got to get your nails done, like to me, like you're at home, girl. I'll buy you some nail
you
polishes.
said you're at home.
I'll buy you the Amazon kit. Like you could do it yourself.
Yeah.
Like
But-
in that sense, like I understand, like it's like a sense of self care and like time to go out, and get your. That's fine. But like to tell somebody I have to have my nails done every 2 weeks and I have to do like that, I think is pushing it. Like to me, that's pushing it in my opinion. Maybe that's just because I'm not I get my nails done 2 week girl.
No, I
Like-
can't afford that no more.
Like that's that.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? This whole time you guys were talking, this thing in my head, that like wheel, it was going.
The hamster wheel.
The hamster wheel. And I'm not gonna say specifically what line of duty, but I've been faced with men lately, actually, within the last few months, who actually have this mindset where they are very big on like, I see myself as a husband and a father. Like I want to be a father so bad. And they're in the line of duty that sets them up to be home a lot for childcare. And they're like, I'll help raise the kids. Like it's the opposite of what everything you guys have been saying. It's the men that are like, if you choose not to work,
Yeah.
I got you. If you choose to work, that's fine. But just know I'm in a position, I've been putting in time in at work where I have a really good schedule where I am hands-on. I could practically be a stay-at-home dad because of their schedules. You could only guess what kind of line of duty they are if they're home a lot.
Okay. I see where you're going with this.
And so those men have been like in my life, coming in
Yeah.
with this energy of like, I'm ready to be a daddy, a husband, a
They have good-
father.
they have good
I want to take care of the kids. I'll be the stay-at-home dad type thing.
Okay.
And that makes me think
Yeah.
maybe I want to stay-at-home dad.
Not
like
mad at
I
that.
want to stay-at-home husband.
Yeah, I would love that. I just don't think my bank account would like that very much.
But
You know,
you gotta
but
think about
I
what
love
they do
that.
for a living. And if what they do for a living puts them in a really good position.
Are they drug dealers?
No, you should know very well what kind of
You guys
job
are
I'm
sisters.
talking about.
Yeah, I got that part.
Okay.
I got that.
And again, if you're like moving on up in that sense, like you're making more money, your hour, you know. So long story short, I think I'm at this big age now where
Yeah.
I'm like considering like I'll have me a stay-at-home daddy as long as he's making good money though, because I'm not like gonna be the
Only income?
no.
But wait, how can he be a stay-at-home dad if he's working?
Well, I mean, because do I
Wait,
have
what?
to say it, Paulina? Like,
You're saying on his days off he's at home being a dad?
yeah, like his
Well,
days
that's
off.
just expectation.
That's just being
I
a parent.
understand, but
being a
okay,
parent.
if this person only works every 2 days,
Yeah, I get that.
right? Like they're very much hands on. Like I would still work.
They're
He
not a stay-at-home
obviously-
dad,
not a
though.
stay-at-home dad, but like
You just
they're
wanna-
they're more.
You want an active parent?
What an active parent. Wow. Aim high.
That's fucked up. You know what? You're right. Yeah.
You just want an active
I guess that's yeah. Maybe
'Cause
that's
I'm like,
fucked
wait,
up.
what are you talking
You know what?
about?
but okay, so here's my point. I guess I'm saying those men
Yeah.
in that line of duty,
Right.
in that field of work,
Yeah.
are actually the men who are very vocal about their want to be a father, an active father, active husband.
Oh yeah, because they have a dangerous
versus
world.
other men
Okay.
who are like very much like, yeah, I want a wife, you know, I want a kids, but like they're not very vocal about their role in that. Whereas like for
I see.
these type of men, they're like, I want to be in everything. I want to do all the things. And I guess for me that was like a shocker because like I haven't been used to men who are so vocal about how involved they want to be, and these type of men are.
I see
So
what you're
for me,
saying.
it's
Yeah.
like I obviously know I need that. I obviously need that.
Yeah.
But I guess my thing is like, dang, would I have a stay-at-home husband? Like outside of that, like a husband who actually like stays home
It doesn't work.
and doesn't work. But he's been working so much that like we're comfortable. Like
Got you.
he's smart with his money, like or
Yeah,
maybe
that's
he
real.
works
He
or
has-
maybe he works part-time.
My mic's.
I don't know. I think I'm in a stage in my life where I'm thinking about it. Like,
wanna stay at
is
home,
that
huh?
something for me? But then at the end, I don't know if it is. But I don't know, you know, because like, what do I
Well,
got?
I think
Nothing.
active parenting is cool. I think being an
active
parent.
parenting is important.
Yeah, I think being a part
Okay,
of your
I
kid's
think
life
I
is
just
cool.
went in a whole tangent. I think whatever.
No,
Y'all got
I
it
get
though, right?
it. Yeah.
I just think it's like scary how uncommon it is for men
Yeah.
to voice their want to be a husband and want to be a father.
that is facts.
Well, that's
yes.
just because most of the people you're talking to aren't men. Because men that actually want that are at a stage in their life where like they're ready.
They say they want it, but they can't like talk about what their role would be. You get what I'm saying? Like there's people that are like, oh yeah, I want a family, but like they don't talk about what their role would be in being the leader of that family.
right.
How are
Yeah.
you leading? How are you providing in all these different facets of their life?
Well, I think it also happens in the moment. Because like for me, for example, like Lucy will tell you to this day, like I never held anyone's baby. Like in the
Yeah.
8 years that we were together before Madeline, I never once like picked up a kid, held a kid,
Fair.
did anything like that. So she's like, I didn't know how you were going to be as a dad.
Oh, I think about that every day.
And
yeah.
so I think that like it's true. I think more than anything, it's the character of the person and their sort of belief on both sides of like how this person, a different type of characteristics and things that each individual is going to have once they become a parent with that type of responsibility. You can see that beforehand, you know,
For sure.
being a good
I
person.
feel like also the way you treat your dogs say a lot.
if you
I
have
agree
dogs,
with that. Yeah.
No, I'm saying if you have dogs.
and if you have cats, you're a horrible person.
Oh,
I don't agree with that. I love
don't know.
cats.
You have a cat.
I say I love cats.
I know you have a cat, don't you?
Not
So
with me,
basically, he's
but
calling you a horrible person.
yeah. Well, I'm a horrible woman. I love my cats. They're so much more calm than dogs, but I love my puppy.
But yeah,
Love
I
it.
pay attention to that. Like really, for one, when it comes to dogs, like I hate picking up dog poop because I like I can't
Same,
do it. I don't have the
same.
stomach for it. So it's like something so little, like a man who just like could pick all this caca.
You need yourself like a nice blue collar worker. It sounds like,
no,
and I,
don't
love
know
that.
what I need.
It sounds like
I
they're the
need
ones.
Jesus, okay?
She needs Jesus.
I need Jesus.
Oh my God. Well, I feel like really quick to wrap up the stay-at-home girlfriend trend. I feel like I think we all kind of agree that it's a little
Absurd.
it's a little absurd. Listen, do your thing, 21. If that's what you're about,
Just have a
be
backup
safe.
plan. Yeah.
Yeah, just like be safe. That's all I'm telling you. Like, it's just, at least if you're a wife or a mother, it's not that you have more of a purpose. It's just that you in my opinion, I just see that you have more of a, like, more security under that. You know what I mean? Like, if you're married, like, shit, you sleep with the nanny, bitch, I'm taking the house. Like, what's the stay-at-home girlfriend gonna do?
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
talking
you're a
legality.
placeholder almost.
Kind of, yeah.
You're like a placeholder.
I think of that. I just want my girlies to be safe. That's all. I'm not saying like you have to like be a man and be masculine and hustle and work and do that. If that's not, if you want a soft girl life, I love that. I love that because I will one day get there. Not today, but one day I'll get there. Like, dead ass. Like, I want a soft girl life
Me
one day.
too.
One day
you
I do.
You both just said you don't want to stop working.
well,
So
That's
this
one
is
day,
what,
that's
this is
what I'm
what I
saying.
say one day. I think I'm a walking, and I say this, I'm
Yes.
a walking contradiction.
Yeah.
Same.
But I'm
Same.
a self-aware ass walking
Same.
contradiction.
I'm so self-aware.
I am so self-aware.
Yeah.
Because in one sense of my life, I need that kept soft girl.
You have to. I think it's our feminine
But then
energy.
in another side, I'm
said,
like,
"Fuck you."
you don't control me,
Right. You can't fucking
The
tell me
fuck?
what to do. The fuck? You're not my daddy. The fuck?
right?
You know what,
My
though?
daddy will beat you up.
I say that my soft girl era is going to be when I'm probably like hitting 60.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Yo,
no, I dead ass.
retirement era.
I'm gonna be in
Soft.
Palm Springs with my gays. I already know this. I'm going to I have a little part-time house there. I'm gonna
Okay.
build one. I know where to because I go there often. I'm gonna be gambling a lot when I'm like there. But that's my soft girl era. I'm gonna have my little cocktail with me. I'm gonna be going to the casinos. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with the gays. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna be hanging out. Javi's gonna be golfing somewhere or gambling too, probably. So like, for me, that's my soft girl era. But I just feel like it'll hit later. Because or maybe now, I don't know, but I also feel like I want to work on still like doing like my passion, which is like my career, but I want to like learn how to be a little more softer. I can't find that balance. I'm
That's
working on it.
good. I don't know when my soft era will come.
Girl.
I
Me
don't
neither.
know. Cause I want to be like the Wella outside, like
Oh, like on the chair? Oh, I thought you meant on the front porch. Like
no,
watching everybody-
girl, no, like outside, like
Yeah.
like traveling and like living my best life.
Same. I think about that a lot.
Sometime in 2020 or 2121 probably.
Right, literally 2100.
2100s you'll
Right.
be there.
2100 will be outside. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We didn't get to my other list, but we'll get to that one coming up
Yeah.
in the next episode. I promise we'll do like
Because that's gonna be a lot more.
yeah, we got to unpack. We need my boy Nestor here. I don't know what happened. He never lets that chair still empty.
the rain never came.
The rain
Still-
never came. I know he loves us. I know it. Well,
I swear he loves being here.
he does. Follow us on Instagram at Paulina Rowe.
I had talk with Tati.
And at Never Too Shy Pod. Hit us up any feedback, any love, subscribers, so we can finally pay the heat bill.
Yep.
We would love
Please.
that. So thank you guys.
Bye.